You're watching the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Now here's your hosts, Tom, Nick, and Dave. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. Uh-huh. Let's start the show.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is you, it is me, it is JP, it is King D. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Have you met my ransom yet? Have you subscribed to the channel? Have you liked us on Facebook? Have you followed us on Instagram? If you haven't, you should. Why? Because it's my birthday this week, ladies and gentlemen. The day after this comes out, May 27th, it is my birthday. Happy hump day, everyone. Have a great day. And you know how I'm going to have a great day? I said last week that I had a conversation with the CEO of W, in which you can go to W.GG and use code N.R.D. and get 10% off your next purchase. And ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful people at W sent me a little birthday package. So to one up Mr. Jonathan Mayer, I'm gonna open this little bad boy up here and see what the fine folks at W sent me.
This is exciting.
I'm very excited. Who knows what could be in here?
This is what's
Got
that?
a note. Got a note here.
What's that?
King Dave, we are so thrilled to be partnered with you and the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Thank you for taking the effort to save your show. We have sent you one subscribe and one follow on your platforms. We hope this helps, and we hope you enjoy this early birthday gift. Sincerely, your friends at W.
Wow, that's very nice of
Look
you.
at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, baby. Would you look at that? I, too, have a W shaker now. And would you look at that? So nice. They sent it twice.
Oh,
Jet
very
black.
nice.
How do you like that, ladies and gentlemen? Solid black. You like that? And then we got something else in here, I believe. Oh. The package is now officially empty. But if you're feeling empty, ladies and gentlemen, why not go to W and get some of their amazing flavors? We've got sweet and sour W. Be better. We've got W Japanese yuzu. Be better. And W Jitless Energy Blend, Tiger Blood.
I also have Shadow Monarch Surge.
So JP, I'm going to give you the honor. You pick the flavor, and I'm going to try it.
Let's go with the Tiger Blood.
Tiger Blood. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take this to my kitchen. So JP, you've got the floor for like a solid minute or so while I go make myself some W. So could be anything. Who knows?
Excellent. Well, now that we're alone, let me go over a couple things that I think are kind of funny. I've noticed that AAA wrestling has been a lot of fun lately, and most people don't know that you can literally watch it on YouTube for free. Kind of like this show. You can watch it on YouTube for free. I enjoy that you have choice in commentary as well. If you go to AAA's channel, they have it in Spanish. If you will go to the WWE channel, they have it in English with Corey Graves, Rey Mysterio, and JBL doing commentary. So it's a lot of fun. They also put subtitles in there if you don't speak Spanish, or if you watch it on the AAA channel, you don't speak English. Very nice. But I think that's kind of fun. I'm also looking at a number of different things here. For example, have you gone to your local indie wrestling show in a while? Have you thought about maybe checking for them? They're very important to you, and it's very good to go to them because then you can see, these guys who you will, who could end up being whatever champion. For example, I went to my local indie not too long ago, and which might be a couple years ago at this point. I met a very nice gentleman named Jacob Fatu. Super nice guy. So support your local indie wrestling.
And support us by going to w.gg using code N.R.D. And get some. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the record, we are filming this at 12:25 a.m. Miami time on Memorial Day. So, first of all, if you have served our country in any uh, shape, fashion, whatnot, no matter the branch you served, no matter how long you served, we thank you for your service. For those who have made the ultimate sacrifice so we can come on here and dick around and be morons for 6 years, we thank you. That being said, let's see if some W will keep us awake in the wee hours of the morning so we can bring you this show. Tiger Blood.
I mean, that's how I powered through the pay-per-view, you know?
That's delicious. This is delicious. And ladies and gentlemen, these packets, they send you whatever they kind of do, but it's a mystery. It's like a starter kit, so you can get the one of the shakers and 3 random flavors they'll send you. Highly recommend. So, we're not just pitching a product just because they're giving us a code. We are pitching a product because they sent it to us. So, shout out W.
So what did you think about this AEW pay-per-view that you just marathon through?
So, as somebody who has not watched AEW at all, like I've kept track of it mildly through, our group chat, patreon.com/WNRDB and other videos and whatnot. I didn't know really what to expect. I will say this from somebody who has just primarily watched WWE, the presentation is so much better in AEW. Like the production wise, there's some things I have irks with, but that's just me being a TV production student, and you kind of just have your way. You'll ask anybody who's ever taken a TV production class, you just have your kind of way. Thanks. But there were hype packages to explain what's happening between wrestlers. So if you haven't watched, this is why you need to be excited for what you're about to watch. That being said, the Owen Hart matches did not need to be on that pay-per-view. Just because you are going to put wrestler A and wrestler B in a match and they're going to have a great match, which all of them were, there's no need for those matches to be on that pay-per-view. And you could have shortened this pay-per-view by an hour. We could have been done by 11. Could have been 8 to 11. Fantastic. That being said, Stampede, Stadium Stampede
Yeah.
was my favorite thing of the night. It was just pure chaos in the best sense of the word. As somebody who played tennis in high school, I have my varsity letter in tennis. It was very special to me to see a bunch of like tennis niche things. Like as somebody who's been hit with a tennis ball coming out of those machines, I know that pain and it sucks. So shout out Ricochet for taking that bump and shout out Debbie for sending us stuff.
I enjoyed the pay-per-view. I thought there were a couple matches that didn't need to be on there.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that overall, though, I thought it was a very good. It was a better show than I expected.
Yep.
And I didn't even realize I'm watching AEW all the time. I mean, I watch everything, but except for NXT most of the time. I don't know what happened. I watch the go home, the pay-per-view, and the week after, and then I just missed a couple weeks. Yeah. Lazy wrestling watching. You watch the beginning of the story, the tail end of it to set up the big match, and then the blow off. But I thought that there were a lot of matches that I didn't know who was going to win, and I like that. I like it when I don't I can't call a match because they'll do some stuff that really surprised me. I did think the pay-per-view's long, but it's an AEW pay-per-view. They're always like that. They always go to about midnight or so and Miami time. So I was expecting that. I thought that the majority of the matches were good. And I know one thing that made me a little bit crazy, and it's because I was so fixated on it compared to WrestleMania. There weren't enough commercial breaks for me. I thought we needed to have at least 2 hours of commercial breaks No, I mean, the funny thing is, I couldn't figure out what it was. Why it's like, how am I getting this spot where I'm watching this and we're just going and going and going? And I feel like there's just so much more stuff going on.
Yep.
And
There needs to be some like I'm okay with ads because this has always been my gripe for the entire time we've been doing the show is WWE goes too much time, AEW goes too fast. And it like you need to let things breathe. Like do just anything, just a talking segment of, cut to Renee and Mick Foley doing like a talking segment in the corner sort of thing, like with the pre-show panel, whatever it is, just something to cut it up a little bit. It just felt like Stadium Stampede's over. Chris Jericho does a tribute to Sabu, very nice. And then boom, time for the championship match. Like you gotta let these things breathe a little bit.
that's just it. I think some of that comes to the way that like WWE's doing stuff, and this isn't a gripe as much as it's you get used to having. Okay, so the match just ended. I've got probably about 20 minutes before the next one starts.
Yep.
So I can, go grab a snack, hit the bathroom, do whatever. And then with AEW, it's like, okay, here's a 30-second
I have
review of
time to eat
stuff.
one Cheeto.
Yeah, you got 30 seconds, and then we're rolling right into the match. So I like the breaks are nice that you get with WWE stuff. The problem is that it's too much.
Yeah. And I don't
And
think you don't need a break between every match necessarily or something like that, but like one or two sprinkled throughout the night, just so it's not go, 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 go for 4 hours.
I just don't my thing is I don't like um I honestly don't like any ads in on a pay-per-view or premium event or whatever.
Yeah.
You're paying extra for that.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be commercials. Like I understand commercials on free TV and streaming stuff and all that. Like I get that. But like commercials during something you pay extra for,
Yeah.
it
No.
it
And of
feels like
course,
an
yeah.
insult.
I'm not saying you need ads, but just a segment to break it up. You need a talking segment of some sort. Just like throwing it to Renee in the panel or whatever it may be.
You want a palate cleanser.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I that's funny because I said that after the first match and the second match. I said you're gonna go straight from FTR versus Edge and Coping Cage to straight into the Okada Takeshita match with no like I got no little buffer there. I don't have like a joke match going on. I don't have a
They put your dinner down and then your dessert down, like before you were even done taking that final
and I mean
bite.
I wasn't upset about it because I'm like this is good. These are matches I want to see. And I mean, they did get to a spot where there was a match I didn't give a crap about, and I did get my bathroom break in. Um, but I'm gonna say, I was pleasantly surprised by a couple things, and not surprised at all by others. I thought the tag match, I wasn't sure who was gonna win that, and I didn't know if I really cared.
The Cope
Because
and Cage
like,
match.
yeah, because I'm like going and then I found out I
I
don't know
did
how
care.
I missed that it was a I quit match.
Yep.
I thought it was. I'm like, it's gonna be a good match. It'll be in, they'll just because FTR doesn't have bad tag matches.
Yep.
And they'll take care of Cope and Cage. And my only thing is that if Cope and Cage lose, I will be disappointed because there are other matches in AEW that I want them to have. I want them to wrestle the Young Bucks. Because I think that will be a great match too.
Yep.
I think that they could work a couple of different teams and have it be a lot of fun. Um, and now I'm, kind of happy about that. Because they're gonna wrestle the Young Bucks. They were teasing it, and now it's definitely gonna happen. Um,
Cope and Cage's first tag team title reign since WrestleMania 17.
yeah, it's crazy.
25 years. You know how many people that watched tonight's show were not even alive the last time those two guys won the tag titles? It's fucking wild.
Yeah,
W.GG.
that's right. That's right. Got my W right here. Um, I was a little surprised about all that. I mean, I think it's I also watched Saturday Night Night's main event,
Yep.
I didn't get to watch that yesterday, so I watched it today before. So I did that before, literally, and then went right into the Double or Nothing pay-per-view. And I gotta say, there were there were two good matches, and the rest of it was kind of meh. I was a little surprised that it's like I thought it's Saturday night main event. Usually they do something a little bit special for that, or
Well,
give it a little bit of something. But the funny thing is that there were only two matches I liked, and it was
I'm
what
shocked Ethan Page didn't win.
I no, I'm not.
I could have
He's
seen him doing it.
I could have, but I don't think they're because if you're doing that, that means Penta's moving up.
Yeah, fair.
Penta's not moving up yet.
No, I guess not.
Um,
Fine.
and Ethan Page is never going to go higher than top of the mid card. Um,
I could see him being a challenger for a world heavyweight title. I don't know
oh
if that
yeah,
would give him the
yeah, but
run.
he's never. I don't think he's going to win anything. But I could be wrong. I mean, you never know. I think that one, and then surprisingly, um, the Vision versus Street Profits. Way better than it had any right to be.
Yeah.
And I'm watching and I'm going, Street Profits are going to turn on each other.
Oh boy.
Please, I'm like, please don't do that. There's not enough tag teams in WWE right
And they
now.
did.
Like, please don't do it. They don't need to do. You don't need to turn them. But I that's something I'm a little worried about. And here's something that cracks me up. It really cracks me up. So Malachi Alster Black got let go from WWE,
Yep.
and Enzo Amore is seen back in NXT.
Oh God.
Right at about the same time that Big Cass's contract with AEW is done.
Oh boy.
I don't know how I feel about that, but the funniest thing is that WWE doesn't have enough tag teams for me to be like, oh yeah, whatever.
So the only thing that I can say with confidence right now is that my local indie, Awesome Championship Wrestling, Hale Collins, Victorlicious, they have posted that Real One will return on Independence Day, July 18th in Poughkeepsie. So maybe we don't see the realest guys in the room for a little while. But
Well, if dude's AEW contract is done in July, they aren't going to bring him into NXT until August, anyways.
ah,
Never know. I mean, you never know.
we know Margaret will be very happy about that. And by the way, speaking of Margaret, I do have to bring this up. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who weren't there for the wedding of the year in 2023, because we all know my wedding was the wedding of the year in 2024. But at this wedding, Margaret had very unique centerpieces. Each table was different, had a different design, and kind of played to the guests that were sitting there. So for Steve's basketball people, there was a table of N.R.D stuff. There were Pez dispensers, Golden Girls stuff. I think there was like a David Bowie display. The table that myself, Tom, Jared, my wife Danielle, and Harold were at, there were wrestling figures in the centerpiece. Those wrestling figures have finally made their way to me. And so I I don't have room for all of this. I've got a bunch of figures. So I need to figure out a way. How can I give these away? We got the most un unapologetic man in the world here. Let's see who else we got. I don't know why this is stuck to something. Is that I hope that's glue, maybe. Bearcat Keith Lee. Let's see who else we got.
Yeah.
The phenomenal AJ Styles. We've got a Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton. I wasn't allowed to touch these. R.I.P. Brody. I don't know if I threw this one in another, but the point being, lifting like it's nothing. Um,
Like a real Americano.
a grande Americano, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
right.
Um, there are some random ass figures. I don't even know how she acquired these. But yeah, I want to give them away. I want to find a way to do a giveaway without costing me an arm and a leg. Maybe I give it back to the patrons. I don't know, but we'll figure something out.
Kodak, put something in the comments that you idea.
Ask ChatGPT how we do a giveaway on the cheap. But yeah, double or nothing was fun. It was a long show. Um, and it just feels long because it's just like you don't get a chance to rest. Stadium Stampede, I think, in person must not have been as entertaining as it was on television because they can do all these cuts and such. Um, R.I.P. to Mark Davis's left eye. I think he might be dead. Um, Darby versus MJF was fun. Uh,
Told the
Dar-
exact story that I think is I was really happy with that match. It was the story that was told was the one that they've done a very good job being dropping hints about.
yep,
They've kind of said, Darby's on this breakneck speed schedule that he's killing himself and he's doing it with all these unnecessary risks that he's taking and it's eventually going to catch up with him. And they've been
yep,
saying this from day one and I thought I like that they've been saying that and they've been showing little things here and there. The only thing that I had a problem with as far as that goes is if a guy has an injured whatever or he's a little beat up, they usually show up by putting a bunch of that tape on him.
yep.
And I was like, Darby should be covered in tape.
He should be.
And that was and that's me nitpicking. It's not a deal breaker, but
Yep. I think he's
I've
also
been
one of those guys like he just doesn't show the pain. Like he refuses to.
yeah. I mean, I'm thinking for everyone watching.
Fair.
I thought that I kind of figured they weren't gonna if MJF was gonna shave his head, it was gonna happen before he went and got the stuff done. Um, or unless maybe something bad happened, or then there's another step in things. But I kind of highly doubt that. Um, and I like that the way that they told the story was it wasn't that Darby wasn't the better wrestler. It was that Darby's hubris got the best of him because he had to win with the headlock takeover. He had to do that extra dive off of stuff. He had to dive off the scaffolding there in the light rig. Um, Stuff where it's like, had he not done that, had he just taken MJF to the ring, he could have thrown him in there, gotten the pin, or could have just
Yep.
left him on the entrance ramp, got the count out win. It's like there's a bunch of stuff where I'm like, I like that. I like that they told the story like that, where it's like Darby had the match won,
Yep.
but he had to do that little bit extra, and that's what cost him. I thought that was a very very creative way to tell a story. Um, Because the only thing with that match that really bothered me was Darby hitting the low blow. I didn't think that was. I'm like, he's the good guy.
He had a
Like,
low blow. I was kind of drained at the end.
so
To be honest,
yeah,
I
so
hadn't
so
cracked open my dubby.
the he was MJF's running the ropes. Darby gets out of the way. MJF almost runs into the ref, but doesn't. The ref's kind of turtled up a little bit, and MJF backs off him. Darby comes up behind him, right in the junk,
Yep.
and then goes for the
Gotcha.
pin. And I was like, I know there was stuff earlier with Mick Foley and all that,
Yep.
but like, I don't like that during a match. Like, if you want to have MJF do it again, I'm okay with it then. Like,
Yep.
if MJF kicks him in the junk first or hits him or whatever, I'm okay with Darby giving it back. But Darby just going for it, kind of, it's a heel move.
Yep.
No, I don't like your faces doing that. But
I'll say this, sorry to cut you off, but I loved what they did on the pre-show, that the main event was being sold at the end of the pre-show in a talking segment between the wrestlers, and they even threw in Mick Foley for there. It was phenomenal. And it was old school Sunday Night Heat vibes. As somebody whose family we never bought the pay per views except for WrestleMania and Royal Rumble, so like Sunday Night Heat was kind of the only thing I got to watch. I'm like, oh man, I really wish I could watch the pay per view now. Like it hyped you up for it, and especially for somebody like myself who I didn't watch any AEW in the last several months. Got me excited for this match. So kudos to them. So, and I wish WWE did that because their pre-show is literally nothing. Again, I think
Commercials and commercials
AEW
and
and
talking.
WWE need to find just such a good happy balance. Like I understand it's like, well, if they're doing this, we're going to do the complete opposite, and I get that, but there's got to be that middle ground, which is the sweet spot. I don't need match, 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 or match, long ad break, match, long ad break, match. Have you watched the Hulk Hogan documentary yet?
Yeah.
Match, byrw.gg.
Yeah. I think that we're in a spot where it's a transitional period. And I believe that both in talent and in the way that wrestling on TV is viewed and all that stuff. Because, the WWE thing of, okay, you've got to watch the pre-show on YouTube, the first hour on ESPN, and the second hour on ESPN Plus. And I know that it's not, it irritates the hell out of me, but I think that it's something where they're trying something out.
Yeah.
I think that it's that AEW is doing the same thing, not exactly like that. They're trying something different as well, and
Yeah.
everyone's adjusting their formulas to kind of change what they're doing. Like WWE is aiming at us, looking more and more at trying to do high end stuff, even though they're doing house shows again, which I I'm so confused about this because like the whole problem with everyone's contracts was they were like, oh, you aren't doing house shows anymore. So because you're not doing as many dates, we're gonna cut your check and your contract that we just signed with you however long ago. And it's like, and okay, so after we do this big culling, so now we're gonna do house shows again.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make any sense to me,
No, it
but
doesn't.
I'm not I'm not one of the heads over there. Thank God.
You're overqualified.
Well, every time I've tried to get a job at WWE, they have taken my ideas and used them, but did not give me a job. I have literally applied to be creative 4 times, and I've interviewed around 20 times. And every time they've interviewed me, they ask me for ideas, and I give them ideas, and they use all of them within 3 months.
Jesus.
Which, hey, I'm okay with that. It makes me happy.
You know what idea they need to do? They need to have the good old. Oh, did I wake you up? Oh, I guess the dog had to go out.
Oh.
But you know what idea they need to run with? They need to stop helping out decent sports franchises and help those in need. I'm talking about teams that have been to the finals before, teams that have gone back to back finals before. They need to help the Brooklyn Nets, ladies and gentlemen, the team that went to back. They won the Eastern Conference Championship on this day 23, 4 years ago at this point. So
Dave,
help the Nets, help the Bills. Will help. I was getting there.
Dave.
I was getting there.
I cheer for the most cursed teams in existence, the most cursed, and I'm a little upset with Danhausen knowing that he had these powers. I've had pizza with that man.
Oh,
and I have seen him in his human makeup. And I am a little disappointed that he didn't make me aware of these things because I would have been like, dude, how much money do I have to give?
How much human monies? That's the thing. Well, 10% of WGG. That'll help.
Heck,
That'll help save you money right there.
I'd buy it for him. I'll say it right now, Danhausen, if you uncurse the Buffalo sports teams so they can win championships in the next, I don't know, year, I will buy you. I'll buy you some W. I'll buy you some of this. I'll get you some other. I'll give you lots of human monies. I will. I'll buy you a pizza. I'll buy you a comic book. I've got a bunch of them.
as a diehard New Jersey Nets fan, this has me sympathetically rooting for the Knicks somehow. It's just so wild to see what's happening.
It is.
It's insane. Like they've struck pure gold here. Um and it's just absolutely incredible. I just hope to God. Now we're recording this on Memorial Day, ladies and gentlemen. May 20. It is officially May 25th. Tonight, Knicks Cavs game 4. The Knicks could go to the NBA Finals for the first time in 27 years. The last time the Knicks played in the NBA Finals, "Livin' La Vida Loca" was the #1 song on the charts. Just saying. The Sopranos just getting started.
You know, "Living La Vida Loca" was written by the same guy who wrote "Living on a Prayer."
Really?
Yep, yep.
Who wrote it?
This guy, was it Desmond? Oh crap, what's his last name? Um,
I was just
oh crap.
like, okay, who wrote both?
No,
Is it Ricky Martin or John Bon Jovi? Because it would just been
no, no,
like
no, no. So it's a guy who he I want to say Des. No, I'm gonna say the wrong
Desmond
name.
Howard,
It's Desmond something, and
Heisman Trophy winner Desmond
he
Howard.
also wrote he wrote all of those a bunch of Aerosmith songs, "Crying," "Flying," "Brian," "Trying," "Shakin'," "Jakin'," "Bacon," all those ones that kind of have the same sounding name. He wrote
Yep.
those. He wrote like this guy wrote all these different like songs. And you're like, and then it was like Ricky Martin, because I was looking up. He wrote a song for Alice Cooper, and I was looking up the song because I'm like, this doesn't sound
Rules
like
out for
most.
summer.
No, it was Poison. Um, and
Like
I'm
Bill
looking
Big
at it.
DeVoe or the group Poison.
No, no, it was Alice Cooper. The song is called Poison.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was looking up that, and I saw that this guy had written on there, and I looked up what else he had written, and I saw all these songs. And I'm like, holy crap! And then "Living La Vida Loca,"
Ah,
and I'm like,
I know that song.
it's the same guy. That's insane.
Ah,
Yeah. Um, and so that's something else that about the pay per view.
it was
Yeah, which
Living La Vida Loca.
I was gonna segue with music. One thing I noticed that aside from a few wrestler entrances, there weren't a bunch of dad rock songs going on. You know,
True.
we had Terror, who's a nice hardcore band from, I think they're from maybe from Boston or Philly. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
Um, but a lot of not dad rock,
Yeah.
and I've been a little more aware of it. I mean, sure, there was Fozzy. There was what was it? What's the name of that group that
Oh,
does Edge's song?
dog's
Ultra,
going crazy.
oh, Ultra Board, Ultra Beast,
Yep.
Ultra something, Ultra Mind. But it's like there was a handful of them, and those are the ones that got sang along with.
Yep.
Cracked me up. But other than that, not really a whole lot of dad rock going on.
Not a lot. Not enough. But um, but yeah. So Double or Nothing was a show that happened.
Mhm,
It was overall it was an enjoyable show.
mhm.
Again, take away the gripes that anything that I had an issue with during tonight's show was what I've had issues with throughout AEW's pay-per-view lineage. Just like they do too many matches. There are matches that could easily be on Dynamite. If it were the Cup Finals for the Owens, I'd have no problem with it. But yeah, I don't need the quarterfinals on pay-per-view. Those should be on Dynamite and Collision. But fun matches, enjoyable matches. Even stuff that was explained for people who hadn't watched in a while. Um, so yeah, I give it a B plus. It was good.
I enjoyed it. I
It's
mean,
no W Tiger Blood, but
I'm still excited
what
about
is?
the pay per view. It's not even a pay per view. They're putting on YouTube. Triple A's show
Oh
next
yes,
week, which I think we got to kind of talk about Grande Americano a little bit.
Grande
So
versus Grande. We'll wrap it up with them. I am very excited for Saturday. I am doing high school baseball in the afternoon, and I hope to God there are no extra innings so I can get home to watch this.
it should be fun, and it's looking more and more like everything that's going on with um, Grande Americano's friend Ludwig Kaiser, aka Marcel Bartel.
Great
Looks
guy.
like it looks like it's going to be the issues that he had with local law enforcement is going to be resolved. Um, he's going to be wrestling. He was at Triple A's taping, their last taping. He was
Yep.
there. Um, so, and I guess he's got permission to travel and all that stuff. So that looks to be um, doesn't seem to be in jeopardy,
Yep.
which I'm pretty stoked about. That should be a fun match. There's a couple other matches on the card. I'm excited about Los Toxicas versus Lola Vice, Bailey, and Catalina.
Yep.
That's because I love Liedra. Liedra, if you want, please come and find me. We can get married and stuff.
We can at very least get you 10% off your W order. Use code
You
NRD.
know, yes, I will do that too. Um, yeah, we got the tag titles of Psycho Clown and Pagano versus War Raiders. I almost called them War Machine, and I almost called them War Vikings.
Oh, geez. That's quite an experience.
Yeah. But it should be a fun show, and I think that we're gonna get, it'll be. I think they're only gonna do an hour though. I think it's gonna just be an hour, or they'll do what they've done before, where they shoot however long it is, 1 hour, 2 hour, whatever, and then they only put up an hour a week on the YouTube,
Yeah.
which whatever. As long as you get to see that Americano versus Americano mask versus mask match, I'm happy.
Yep.
So you want to see some brawlers? I got a couple
Yes,
brawlers to
we'll
show.
fine. We'll wrap it up with
We'll
brawlers.
wrap it up with the brawlers. It's a
Wrap it up with
brawler
brawlers.
thing.
It's a
Might
brawler
as well.
show. We got ladies coming.
Yeah. So I got my one from Shotzi, and I got a sticker.
How fun.
Yeah, and then there's the brawler,
That looks great.
and the only problem I have with this,
Does the pants not line up?
no, well, yes, well,
It's cake.
yeah,
Let them have cake.
and
Yeah.
it's also, if you look at her arms, they're very clean. They're missing some tattoos.
But
That's
tattoos,
okay.
I let him get a pass on though, because
Yeah,
tattoos,
I
from
don't.
what I've been understood, they
I don't get. Yeah, I don't get too crazy about that. I also got the Indy Hartwell
the JC
one.
Jane brawler.
It kind of does look like JC Jane. It kind of it's
It does look like her. It's
yeah.
not
It looks
terrible,
kind
but
of
it's
like
just something's just slightly off.
like a me from like when when you had a Wii and all that.
Yeah.
You made your Wii. Like it looks kind of like
That's what
the
women
me.
brawlers are. They're
It
wees. They're
they look like
me's.
the me version of that. And
Maybe it's just
then
like I'm not used to her hair like that. I guess when I've seen her, her hair's just down.
no, so her hair's been like that. She's had the top thing like that. She did that when she was with
Dexter.
the Garganos. And yeah,
Ah,
Dexter.
okay.
Yeah, she was doing it then. Then, so your favorite one, Dave.
Ugh.
So this one, I got the variants.
Ah.
And you literally see the blood. That's the only difference.
Yeah. Still gonna be bad on the rankings.
Yeah. I'm not sure if the blood makes a difference on this one. Most of the time when you get one that's bloody, I like it a little bit more. But
That's it. A little.
yeah. I kind of was like, let's see if the bloody one's better. And the cake problem is still there.
Yeah.
I kind of I'm a little curious about that. I'm half tempted to ask about that and be like, so what's the deal with this stuff? Why
Let
is
them
this
eat
happening?
cake.
Well, is that the reasoning? Because I'm okay if that's the reasoning, and they don't want to do that. It's like, okay, that's fine, but like maybe just make the stuff match up a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't design these things. Um, because I can't take that responsibility, even if I am fueled by W.
That's true. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this week's episode of the broadcast, our post Double or Nothing recap. Don't forget to check us out on the platform of social media because that is your chance to save the broadcast by liking us on Facebook and following us on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe here on YouTube because if we don't get that stuff by April 2nd, the show plugs pulled. No more Dubby. It's over. So make sure you go to w.gg, use code NRD to get 10% off your order no matter what you buy. It's delicious. They even have sweatshirts. We don't have t-shirts, but maybe they'll put that in. I did tell that to the CEO. I was like, if you could change one thing, what would it be? I'm like, put a t-shirt. I'm in the Northeast and it's summertime and I'm trying to flex while I drink my W. So yeah, check us out on ProWrestlingTees.com, Patreon.com. Give us your monies so we can uncurse the Bills and the Nets. Did the Knicks? Let us know, Jonathan Hodab. Oh, the Knicks head into the NBA Finals because the Cavs are cursed. I don't know. We'll find out. But ladies and gentlemen, yeah. Keith's fired. By the way, Keith has been fired. Happy birthday to me. I fired Keith. Bang. You're welcome, ladies and
How do you
gentlemen.
think I got this?
He's fired. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, do all the stuff I've told you. Save the broadcast, do what you will, but most importantly, don't forget to tell your mother you love her every day because, like Kevin Durant said, Mom, you're the real MVP. Good night, everyone. Happy birthday to me, and God bless America.
And just so you know, Tony, I haven't forgotten about you. You're still in my thoughts. Every time I do something fun like clean my knives, wash my dishes, take out the trash, roll up a carpet, drive to New Jersey,